You at the UN. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is the start of a vlog. We are in New York City at the United Nations. Like, this is the United Nations. We're inside the United Nations. I landed yesterday and we're here for ECOSOC. Got the invitation from the president of the Economic and Social Council. And it's crazy. So we're in here and I'm just going to capture everything as much as I think it's time to go. Oh my god, bye. And we're about to go and have our first high-level meeting with Jayafma, who is the United Nations Youth Envoy, and that's going to be insane. Right. I've met all the fellow young leaders and we're going into a lift together. We're basically family now. So exciting. Hi guys, and welcome to Doing My Life at the UN as a young leader in New York City. So I wake up at 7 a.m. and I like to do my to-do list while listening to the UN podcast just to get up to date with the news. I like to put on a bright outfit because let's bring our full selves into these spaces and look at the view of New York City. I just feel so lucky to be here. Once I've crossed these crazy roads, I go straight into security because it's crazy. It's like going through the airport. I literally need my passport. Then I go straight on air on SDG Media to tell young people around the world what's happening at the UN this week, which it is ECOSOC Youth Forum week. Our first meeting is with the UN Secretary General's Envoy on Youth. At 10:30 is our workship for the partnership session that will be running in a few days, and then it's lunchtime. Look at that beautiful view. Then we have a quick tour before going to meet with the President of the General Assembly between 3 p.m. and 3:30. And at 3:30 p.m. we meet with the two most senior people at the UN, the Secretary General and the Deputy Secretary General. Our last meeting of the day, we meet with the UNDP Administrator, and then I'm tired, I'm done. See you tomorrow. Guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm struggling to decide what to wear, so I'm either gonna go for these pink trousers that I've got on, or do I go green, long and flared? Either go for the green, or maybe I'll go for this beautiful turquoise leg, a jacket. But I think the pink is gonna win. Trying to get ready. Today is day one of the actual forum. I need to hurry up because there's a lot of registration. Getting to the UN is kind of like trying to get into an airport. So I need to hurry up. And it's gonna be really packed, so I'm just nervous. But I'm rushing. I'm doing the best I can. Hi guys, and welcome to Day in My Life at the United Nations. So I always wake up at 7 a.m. because I like to do my to-do list for the day, plus handle business in the UK and also listen to the UN podcast. Then I choose what to wear because I love bright colors and it's always a hard decision, but I went for the fluffy pink cute one. And then I need my passport because I just didn't pick up my ID, but to get through the UN, very, very tight security. So now that I'm in, we get to the trusteeship councilship chamber because it's the opening session of the ECOSOC Youth Forum, which is the reason why I'm here in New York. And these are quite long sessions and they go on all day, but it's very good information for my role as a young leader. And I always take cute breaks with my friend Paul.
And it's quite nice to be here. You know, it's very key for us to ensure that your issues are heard with all the member states.
Exactly. So we are here, two young leaders from Zim, and I'm so proud to be recognized in this way with my fellow bro.
Zimbabwe, you are well represented.
Woo! So we are gonna go back inside because it's time for us to learn
and ensure that we get the issues where decisions are made.
Exactly. So bye, and this is Paul. Then we went for a high-level lunch at the United Nations Foundation at the Ford building, which was really cool and cute, and I gave a welcoming speech for other young leaders around the world. I think the beauty as well of what we're doing is that we're on a journey of growing and learning and growing together, but also within our group we have people who specialize in certain areas and it's really widespread. We have people who are focusing more on SDG 4, SDG 13, SDG 3. Like, it really is whatever your passions are and what you're leading in your local community. And we were just getting a chance to network with each other. We are at lunch.
Yes, we are. Hi everyone, my name is Karimot Odebode and I'm from Nigeria. I'm the founder and the project leader of the Black Girls Dream Initiative, where we work on transforming education and gender equality. And top secret, I know Vee.
And we're young leaders together, aren't we?
Right.
So we've all flown in for Young Leaders Retreat and ECOSOC, so it's going really well.
And people talking me, oh Karim, that's you!
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Gamse. I come from Benin. I'm here to eat. Hello. Saludo.
Oh.
Come to New York.
Oh.
It's a beautiful city.
Then I went home to take a nap because I was tired. Then I went back to the Trusteeship Council chamber to listen to more sessions of the ECOSOC Youth Forum. And then when that day was done at 6 p.m, which was a long day, we went for this really nice reception for the launch of the Be Seen, Be Heard campaign. We are at the Ford Foundation building and we just had some lunch with fellow young leaders, which is really, really beautiful. Like, look at this place. It is so stunning.
For example, we are working in the United Kingdom with our partners, the British Youth Council, to lower the voting age to 16. In India, we're working with the Young India Foundation to lower the age that you can run for office in the lower house.
And then it was done and I walked through the streets of New York feeling cool and lucky to be here. Oh man, guys, I feel emotional. Like, I'm trying to not see anyone because I've seen a lot of you guys out here. Like, I can't tell you how many young people I've met and taken pictures with who are like, love your channel, Vee, love what you're doing. But obviously I'm a fan of them because they're killing it. I left the venue because I get a bit overwhelmed when, like, I feel like I get crowded by people and they know a lot about you but you don't know anything about them, so I just get socially awkward. But the overarching feeling is like, I wanted this so badly for so long, and I'm walking into the UN and they have my name on a badge. Like, they know me and they support my work, and there are young people who are doing it and killing it, and I don't just like, how did I get here? I'm just getting emotional. I'm in New York. This is what dreams are made of. Guys, like, I got carried away listening to a podcast and time went by. Being a part of this UN is multitasking. I'm walking through the city, uploading something while I'm actually walking because I don't want to be late. So oh gosh, I've made it inside. So on this day we woke up at 6 a.m. and did the typical to-do list, getting dressed, all that jazz. Then we went to attend this high-level breakfast at 7 a.m. with different heads of government and states from around the world to talk all about meaningful youth engagement, especially in the political arena, and how the United Nations can be helpful in that.
For the topics that we are going to tackle headfirst today. And that is how we are going to approach opportunities and challenges to meaningfully engage young people in governance, political processes, policy making. Right now in this room, we have 150 participants from over 30 countries and territories globally.
Where are we today?
In the Be Seen, Be Heard. These males is the curve.
That's so cute. And after a successful breakfast, we all headed back to the ECOSOC Youth Forum to go back and listen to the different events that were going on. And then Paul and I went to have our private meetings to prepare for our huge speech the next day. And he was giving me advice. It's a long time, Paul.
They usually want I want to take things in my head.
No.
Reading on laptop in my note.
No. I'm not using a laptop, but I am going to definitely.
That's small.
Guys, today's the day that I'm giving a speech and I'm so nervous and I just don't feel prepared. Like, I'm actually shaking. Yeah, I haven't been doing good at vlogging because I'm so nervous. Oh my god. It is time for me to go now to my session because I can't waste any more time in here. Yeah. Oh god. I gotta go. Hi guys, and welcome back to a day in my life as a young leader at the United Nations. And this is the day that I was giving my big speech at the UN. I didn't even film my morning routine because I was that nervous and distracted, like to get my hands shaking. But I was walking in feeling like, okay, Vee, you've got to do this, because I was delivering the 3 calls to action that will make the UN a better partner for young people. So I really had to be serious because I was representing. And you want to hear a little bit of the speech? Okay, here's a little snippet, okay? My name is Vee Kativhu. I am one of the 17 young leaders here at the United Nations in the Secretary General's Office on Youth. And I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, but I currently live in the UK. And serving as a young leader for the past 6 months has been an honor and a privilege. And it means that I've had the opportunity to hear from thousands of young people around the world on their thoughts on these things like partnerships, on these things like being seen and being heard. I want to make a note that young people, we're not short of ideas or short of talent or short of ability. We just need you to stop, to listen, and to hear us. So on behalf of my fellow colleagues here, I'm here to deliver our 3 calls to action. The first one is about community and peer-led policy amendments. We want meaningful engagement. We've spoken about this today, meaningful engagement. This word gets seriously. We don't want to just be invited to speak, just to be invited to fill the seats, to be invited to take pictures and go home and that's the end. We want you to ask our advice, but also let us be in the process of implementation. We don't want to just consult. We want to see these projects through. Young people are capable. Give us the chance and watch magic happen. We are here today at the United Nations, and I'm using this as an example of the wider world. But the UN was established in 1945, and only in 2023 are we about to get our first full youth office. That's not good enough. Young people, there are nearly 2 billion young people in the world right now, the highest it's ever been in history. Why is it 2023 and we're only now getting our own office? We need to start having young people at these tables and not just inviting them to watch and to listen. It's similar to being at a race. You're letting us come and cheer you on. You're letting us come and witness it, but you're not letting us run. You're not letting us represent our communities fully. So recommendation number 1 is start letting us in these rooms and start letting us implement things. Number 2 is about service delivery. We may consult and give you advice, but when you're delivering these services, are they youth-friendly? Are they for the youth, by the youth? Why can't we have people like Jamal, like Okan, like Paul, going out to deliver these services? And when these services are being delivered, they need to be readily available, they need to be accessible, truly accessible, and they need to be free. A lot of us are doing this work because we care, because we're passionate, because we want to live in a world that we're proud of, but we also need to be able to afford these things. So when you're making these strategies and these plans and you're making these recommendations, please bear in mind that we are young people who care and want to do this, but we can't always afford it. So please make them accessible and readily available. The last one, which ties in very nicely, is about resources and funding. We are young. We care, but like I said, we cannot afford it. Can we please have funding pots for youth and not just generalized? Don't just put it in for youth and say this is for youth at the end. Let's be specific. Let's diversify that, because the things that Jamal is working on that he cares about, which I care about too, I'm working on something else. And when you have just one pot and it's restrictive, that's the problem. These resources that you're giving us are restrictive. Give us the freedom to implement our ideas. Give us the freedom to show you what we've got, because resources are important. And I think a lot of us in this room can nod our heads and say, we're tired of these unpaid internships. We're tired of being told you're doing amazing, given claps, given medals, given awards. That is not going to pay for our programs. So please, can we start getting real and genuine funding for young people? And USG Rider, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Woo, go V! I told them there was lots of clapping. I was so pleased.
Tataura, guys.
Because to action.
Tata, hands now, Paul. Put your money where our mouth is. My word, Mazimabon Sataura nas.
Exactly.
Guys,
They need to put their money on
yeah,
their mouth.
Then my friend Paul and I, we went straight out of the building to go to UNICEF, because we had to give a speech at UNICEF in collaboration with GPE, the Global Partnership for Education. There we are. And then when we were done, I took Paul, my lovely friend from Zimbabwe, another fellow young leader, to Hard Rock Cafe. He'd never been before. We don't have Hard Rock Cafe in Zim.
Gone out for lunch with Paul, and we're having some food. I'm very excited. It's been a long day at the UN, hard day's work, so I'm getting a bit of headaches. I needed to eat.
So that was a nice experience. And then we went back back to the UN headquarters to film, and then it was the end of the ECOSOC Youth Forum, so there's all the young people. And our friends, and then we went outside to have a photo with the UN Youth Envoy Jayathma, who's so sweet. Then I went out with my beautiful friend Yara, who's just become the brand new Tinkerbell for Disney. So proud of her. I didn't capture it, so here's an old clip of us at the Tinkerbell premiere. But yeah, we had a great time, and that was the end of the day. Woo! That's the end of the New York vlog. Love you so much. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.
Short and sweet, in and out, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. My poor passport. Right, guys. It's been brilliant. Bye bye hotel, bye bye beautiful New York, and I will see y'all later. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.